Buen dia. Hey guys, Darling Adish here. This is another The Weekend Feels Energy Report from Madeira with Love. How are you guys? Hopefully you use that powerful weekend portal opening to examine yourself and connect to higher knowledge or whatever you needed to examine, shadow work, whatever. It continues to be a crazy time, and I have to tell you that this week there is so much happening astrologically, energetically speaking. I really hope I can fit this all in. In the time that I've been doing these reports, I started this January. I've never seen so much information, so many intense and serious astrological events happening all at once. So I'm gonna do my best to give you the information. Guys, we are in a very big buildup of energy right now. Perhaps you've already started to feel it in the streets or within yourself. We are being pushed into radical transformation and change, okay? This energy buildup is building up into this full moon happening on August 3rd in Aquarius, opposite Sun in Leo, and it is squaring Uranus. And there's so much more other than that happening. But just to give you the heads up, this full moon is a powerhouse full moon, and it is not necessarily going to be an easy full moon. In fact, this whole weekend may be a challenge for us on a multitude of levels, okay? And then we're entering a pretty crazy season, which is extending to the end of the year. So we're sort of entering another phase of our exploration and growth and transformation. We're entering a new level, okay? We're up leveling, but it's not necessarily an easy thing, okay? So what is happening? First, we need to look at Mercury is causing us some major aspects. Mercury, planet of communication, technology, and travel, okay? So Mercury is in Cancer, and it is in the last degrees of Cancer, the watery sign of healing, the self, the home, safety, security, okay? And it is forming some pretty heavyweight aspects opposite the three heavyweight planets that have been causing us all kinds of dramas all 2020. Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn. All three of our big heavyweight planets in Capricorn, okay? And basically we're having this battle off. We're having a couple battles actually, but starting with Mercury opposing Jupiter first. Throughout the weekend, Mercury moves very quickly. So first, Mercury will oppose Jupiter, then Pluto, and then line up with Saturn, the taskmaster, the most challenging planet in our solar system, perfectly aligned with this full moon, okay? So what is going on? We're still dancing with this axis between safety and security, between Cancer, the home, and Capricorn, public life, between the individual and the government, the powers that be. Power and control issues will be coming up, okay? Big time. Government, political issues are coming up. Who's got the power? Who's got control? It's all in the name of safety and security. Whose safety and security? Okay, we're dealing with these issues. And people, because of this aspect, Jupiter is the biggest planet. It's the planet of expansion. It means there's a tension between our communication and over-the-top abundance. So basically, I'm sure you've already started to feel it. People are very strongly opinionated in their beliefs and their thoughts and their thinking, and they want to communicate. And it can be almost they're speaking without even thinking. Like, you're going to notice this weekend, this is going to be a theme. It's already been a theme this week, I've noticed. People want to communicate, and they want to do the right thing. We want to do the right thing. We have this urgency in Cancer in the last degrees. It's always most intense in a sign when we're in the last degrees. So people want to communicate, but sometimes they're not thinking before acting. And of course, just because you believe something doesn't mean the other person believes it. And that's totally okay. It's all about your experience, okay? What you believe, whatever brings you to your understanding of how you view the world and your reality, right? So, next thing to talk about, Venus. Very important news with Venus. Venus has just left her shadow. Venus has been in Gemini for, some months now. She entered shadow, I believe, in April. So Venus has been in the shadow of Gemini all over the place, the local environment, childlike wonder. So our Gemini aspect of life has been really highlighted. And finally, she's coming out of her shadow, and she's coming out of this intense square she's had with Neptune, the planet of illusion, magic, so on and so forth. But Venus has had a lack of clarity, a little bit of confusion in all things Venusian for months. And finally, we are starting to feel what it is we actually desire, what it is we actually want in all Venusian aspects of life. So, finances, relationships, love, self-love, value, our projects, okay? What do we want in our life? What do we not want in our life? It is, thank goodness, finally we're getting some clarity. And the clarity will come. There'll be more and more clarity as we advance, okay, in time. So if you look at your chart and you see what your Gemini aspect of life, it is being transformed. You are changing right now your Gemini aspects of life. So what are you transforming? You're getting clarity, you're getting certainty. So this is great news. Eventually, Venus will line up with the north nodes of the moon, which is our destiny. So Venus will help propel us into our destiny. We are on the brink of massive change. Big change. Not small change. Worldwide, but also individually. We are all changing. It is. There's no denying it. We are transforming. We are changing. Life will not be as it once was. What is this new life we are building? And what is to come? We don't know. What we do know is who we can look at, what we desire, what we believe, what we feel. Okay? We're having a massive change in our destiny right now. Okay? Our Capricorn area of life is being massively highlighted right now, okay? And the Capricorn structures in the world and within ourselves are being radically transformed, okay? Structures are being rebuilt. Capricorn is the empire builder. It's responsibility, it's discipline, it's the government, it's the people in powers building rules, laws, regulations. So we're having worldwide a massive transformation in Capricorn areas of life, okay? And Capricorn rewards those who work, those who put in the time and the effort and the discipline. We're getting to a point where we are not really, the energy is not conducive to just numbing out and not taking action or decision on what you want your life to be. We are being pushed to put in the time, the effort to understand ourselves and to begin. We are being pushed to begin to make the decisions, to see what our true desires are, to see what aligns truly and what does not, and releasing the old. We're in a massive cycle still of releasing. Building to this full moon, this whole weekend is a perfect time for releasing old crap that no longer serves you, okay? We're restructuring our goals, our desires. We're restructuring, rebuilding, reimagining. This is a very exciting time for our evolution as a species. It is powerful, potent. This is not, everyone knows this. This is not normal. This is serious transformation and change. And we are just about to make a huge change. But this is not easy. Growing is not comfortable. It's not easy. It's not necessarily pleasant. It depends on your level of consciousness. But, you know, even for people that are very involved in their consciousness expansion, like myself, this has been a very challenging time. So, you know, it is what it is. This weekend, the moon goes into Capricorn to make things even more intense. And the moon is not comfortable in Capricorn because it doesn't get its comfort, its needs met. So the moon will be passing through the whole sign of Capricorn, which means it will be passing over Jupiter first, Pluto, and then Saturn on its way to becoming full in Aquarius at 11 degrees Aquarius. So this is assisting the shift, okay? The moon is our emotional, physical, spiritual needs. So it's triggering each of these planets. First of all, Jupiter, it's expanding what we're feeling. Then Pluto, the underworld, power and control, the subconscious. And then Saturn, limitations, rules, feeling blocked, delayed, okay? So this is just making the weekend energy even more intense, okay? Next, we have Mercury, which will first oppose Jupiter. Now it's opposing Pluto. Power and control issues are majorly on the forefront right now. Mercury opposing Pluto, extreme information from the media. Communications are extreme. The subconscious, the underworld, the dark crap is coming out, and people are going to be communicating some heavy crap, potentially. I just find it so interesting because this weekend, Saturday, here in Madeira, the government has just put in a new regulation where it's mandatory to wear a mask everywhere in public, except for a couple exceptions. And the people are just in total rebellion. The people are pissed, and we're going to have a conflict. Who's in power? Do they have authority? They're saying there's going to be fines for people who don't have their mask. Is that legal? Who's got the power? It's in the name of safety and security, Mercury and Cancer. And it's between the people and the government. And it's just potentially going to cause some social unrest. The people are going to feel rebellious and emotionally triggered this weekend. So it's going to be potentially some crazy energy out there in the street. Then we have Mars, the war god, squaring Capricorn moon. So people are going to be, there's going to be a buildup in intensity. There's going to be a buildup of a need to assert individuality, to assert themselves. It could be over the top. People this weekend could be very intense energy in the streets out there in the world. Just be aware and be cautious that people are really feeling strong emotions, and they might be reacting and acting without thinking. So be cautious when you're out in the world this whole weekend, literally until I would say even Tuesday. It's potentially going to be volcanic out there in the streets. The dark is being exposed. Just be aware, this is not the most pleasant time. For people who have a problem with conflict or intense energy, you might feel oppressed by people's emotional reactions, okay? People may be fighting for their rights, their freedoms, and they might be doing it in crazy ways, okay? So just be aware, cautious out there in the world. Sunday, as soon as the moon passes all this Capricorn heavy energy and goes into Aquarius, we're going to have the shift into the full moon vibes. This is a very intense full moon, people. So every full moon we have opposition happening between the sun and the moon. So we have the moon going into Aquarius opposing the sun in Leo. Leo, the fire, the king of the jungle, the heart, expression, creative self-expression, opposing Aquarius. Aquarius is the future. Aquarius is the scientist, the inventor, the creative mind who envisions the future, the humanitarian fighting for freedom, okay? So this full moon in Aquarius has a very intense aspect. There is a T-square happening. Both the sun and the moon, at exactly the moment the moon will be full, will be squaring Uranus, okay? Uranus, the planet of revolution, rebellion, sudden change, unexpected, weird, revolutionary things. So, people, expect the unexpected. It's possible there will be sudden, unexpected, crazy, weird occurrences this weekend that are pushing you, forcing you to change, forcing you to see what has been hidden. With the full moon, we illuminate what has been hidden, what has been in the dark. We see clearly what doesn't work, and we may have some, this is wild card energy. This is who knows what's going to happen to you in the world. This energy is also conducive to earth events. This is very powerful energy. So let's see, we've had this earthquake in California. Anyways, let's see what happens. What we can do with this energy is to remain with an open mind and flexible. Try not to make definitive plans because they might be thwarted in very weird, unexplainable ways, okay? But something big is happening. It's extreme. This is radical revolutionary energy, okay? Massive change is coming to our fixed signs, areas of life, because we have the moon in Aquarius, okay? Aquarius being the future, the collective, society, okay? Aquarius is the weirdo of the zodiac. Aquarius is the alien, okay? Then we have Leo, sun in Leo, the heart. Where is our heart, our creative self-expression? Then we have Uranus in Taurus, values, money, self-worth, projects, relationships. So Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus areas of life are being rebuilt right now, okay? If you have a lot of fixed sign energy, those three signs, and also Scorpio, because Scorpio is the opposite of Taurus, you are potentially going to be feeling this in a major way. I have quite a bit of Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio, so I'm sure this is going to be a crazy full moon for me. We'll see what happens. This is not a smooth process. I just want to be clear. This is not smooth. But full moons are always an opportunity for purging, releasing, letting go, seeing what is and allowing the old to leave so we can make space for the new. This is radical energy coming to us. Also, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, okay? This is crazy. It's like double powerful Uranus energy. At the same time, we have Mercury opposing Saturn, the taskmaster, limitations, restrictions, delays. So Mercury, our communication is being somewhat blocked, delayed. We want to express ourselves, but something's blocking us. And what's really coming up What is really coming up for us right now is, are you living your truth? Are you doing what you need to do in this life? Are you aligned with your destiny? Are you making the right choices for yourself? And what are your truth? What is your truth? What are your true desires? What are you here to do? This is not basic stuff. This is serious life themes. And I have to tell you that we need to begin to courageously make tough decisions and move forward towards the life that we are feeling to live, like the way we know we want to live. It's time to begin to take action, courageously say no, say yes to what is truly aligned with who you are. Because if you are denying truth, if you are avoiding, distracting, numbing yourself out with too much escapism, this is going to be pretty challenging for you. Now is the time to look within and understand what it is you need. Things aren't working for you. What do you need to let go of? How long are you going to continue living this way? Because there is not much margin for screwing up. What I mean by that is, if you are not in alignment with what you're meant to do, shit is gonna hit the fan. This is not to freak you out. This is just to tell you, stop fucking about. You know deep down what it is you need. If you don't know, spend some time with yourself. Understand what the beep is going on within you. We're getting more clarity. So let's give ourselves that time, space, energy to understand, align. It's time. It's time to grow up, step up. It's happening. We're changing. We're radically shifting, transforming our entire world. Are you participating or are you not participating? It's up to you. You have the choice. It's always up to you. Okay? Have to tell you, August 3rd begins what one of my favorite astrologers, Leo King, has dubbed as the biggest battle of the gods that we have ever seen in the history of astrology. Okay? Yeah. He says that apparently the first half of 2020, the first half of 2020 is light compared to what's coming. I'm not telling you this to freak you out. I'm telling you this so that you can prepare yourself adequately for what's to come. So what does he mean by the biggest battle of the gods? So Mars, in its home sign, Mars the war god, in the sign of the warrior, fire, passion, the instigator, acting before thinking, is about to have the most intense squares that we've ever seen in the history of astrology. Meaning, it's attention to square. It's a 90-degree angle. So it's going to square first Jupiter. So our war, our passions, our desires are going to be over the top. Jupiter, the planet of expansion. The thing is, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn are very slow-moving planets. So they are in Capricorn. These squares, first Jupiter, then Pluto, the underworld, subconscious, then Saturn, the taskmaster, is happening till the end of the year of 2020. Okay? We are being pushed, radically pushed to change. Okay? So now is the time. The tensions are only going to build. We are going to be pushed to face the way we deal with our passions, our fires, our opinions, the way we desire, the way we take action in the world, and how we proceed. And for people who are in denial or have a hard time with their aggressive or their anger, we're being forced to learn to look at that emotion, that passion, that desire. It is not a bad thing to feel anger, to feel passion, to feel assertive, to desire something. It's not. It is part of being human, and it's important to integrate all the aspects of yourself so you are not a danger to yourself. If you're sitting on a volcano, you are more dangerous than if you go into the volcano and you see, oh wow, look at all those things I feel upset about. Look at where I feel resentful, bitter, angry. Look at that. I don't need to living on top of a volcano. I can go and accept it. We all have deep, strong emotions. It's time to look at our inner subconscious shadow selves. This weekend is excellent time to go within, to examine and how to be with the shadow selves. Like, if you're feeling strong emotions, literally, you can just lie down, put some nice music on, and just see what the heck is going on in there. Just be with yourself. Just allow yourself to express, beat on a pillow, whatever you need. Dance like a crazy person. It's a lot of energy, and it doesn't have to be a negative experience. We can channel it into creative self-expression. We can make art. We can dance like crazy. We can jump about. We can, there's so many things we can do with strong emotions that are beautiful. I pulled some amazing cards for us people. Okay, first card up, the Chariot. Beautiful. Really feeling this card. This has to do with control, action, and strength. Okay, are you making decisions in alignment with your values and then being courageous enough to take action? We are being asked to be like the Chariot, courageously living our truth. Okay, next, 10 of Wands reversed. It looks as intense as the card. Okay, are you struggling under the weight of the pressures in your life? Are you carrying a massive burden? Because now is the time to let go of that burden. Let go of what darkness, what heaviness, whatever is weighing you down. You don't need to take it with you. Learn to say no. Learn to say your truth. It's time to let go, purge that old crap that is limiting you from living your full power, your full beauty in this world, in this life. Okay? Next, Two of Pentacles. It's about balancing and managing your time and energy. This is such a beautiful time to be with yourself. This is such a potent, powerful time to understand who you are. Like, where we are going as a society, as a world, where we are going is somewhere new. Don't you want to know who you're advancing into this world with? So if you've been running about juggling this, that, and avoiding whatever, now's the time of coming into balance of what is a priority to you, what's important to you. Take that time. The Empress, gorgeous, gorgeous card. The Empress is the power of femininity, the receptivity, the creative self-expression, the nurturing. Nurture yourself, give yourself what you need. Beauty, surround yourself with beauty, abundance. Allow Mother Nature to give you the sustenance, okay? Take some time in nature. That's an excellent place to be when you're feeling all kinds of craziness in the world. And one of the most beautiful cards in the entire Osho deck, the Creator. The Creator is the King of Fire, Leo, the heart. You are a creator. You are creating yourself in the world. Can you harness your fire, your inner fire, and use it creatively? Use it to create instead of destroy. Now is the time to harness and master the fires of passion so that you can use this passion without repressing yourself, and without allowing these fires to get out of balance. You are a masterpiece. Every single one of us is a masterpiece within. You are simply in your own way. You don't need to become someone. You are perfect. You are a masterpiece. You have to come to the realization. You have to see yourself for what you are in order to shine, in order to be the creator. We are all powerful, powerful creators. Beautiful, gorgeous creators. Release, let go of what you are not in order to be what you are. You're here to create. You're here to enjoy. You are here to live. You're here to live, enjoy living, not to fear dying, not to limit, not to deny, not to ration. You're here to experience this incredible life, okay? This is a very powerful, exciting, and potentially challenging time. Please take very good care of yourselves this weekend. Caution, caution, caution. The way you express yourself, think before you express yourself. Things are hella intense, but I am sending you so much love. I know you've got this. I know you can do this. Yeah. People, if you would like to have your natal chart read by myself, I do astrological natal chart readings, and I also do some other things that support self-care work. Okay, so if you're interested in some support, or this is part of the work that I'm doing in the world, is providing you with my interpretation of what's going on in the energies in the world, and I can potentially support you, assist you in your journey. So please send me a private message if you are looking to do a natal chart reading, you want to know more information about it. Don't hesitate to send me a message. I'm sending you so much love. Beijinhos, fica muito bem. See you next week.